Okay, I remembered, and this finally clicked. I remember the video and everything, and the idea popped in my head about the mess. She was talking about how the floor pile. Yeah, I just have piles. Usually they converge, and usually it's just one basket. But right now we kind of pulled everything apart because we had to find clothes. So and we can kind of see everything. So we're probably just gonna have to leave it. And then there's a dirty pile right underneath that one, right underneath the towel. Dirty pile, and then and then in the baskets, they're all clean, except for what's actually on the floor, and not just touching the floor. And this is mostly just where, and then underneath the baskets, kind of and randomly, this is where my socks went to die. And then this is right there. I don't use flip flops, but they just exist there in case maybe I wear them, but I will never wear them. We're gonna get rid of them, but we keep forgetting. And then I think we finally had a day where we were like, oh, bring everything downstairs because we were like, oh, because I normally have a lot of stuff I need to get rid of, and then we just let it pile up until it takes up a large space, and then we put them all together and we move it. It was when we moved that little area, and also when I moved that, I learned, oh, I had a bag that had gifts that were forgotten to give at Christmas and birthdays and everything, and then it turned out to be someone's birthday, so I got rid of it. I left the room. So it was a really big bag, and then another bag, and then other stuff, and it was mostly because I was given a bag of clothes. And Max went through them, and and that's how we found the dress. It was handed to me by a sister and everything. And there, yeah. So Max is still getting hand-me-downs, but that's how you introduce the new clothes. Because Max usually doesn't go shopping, and then one time we went shopping, they were all the same, basically, anyway. It's almost all just the different colored tank tops and all that, and I probably made videos about that, yeah. No, but yeah, okay, so dirty underneath there. And Max finally went back to his room, because Max is like, I have to listen to music to eat food, because it's the kitchen, so, and it'll take hours for me to eat food and to heat up food, and then we'll have to reheat it up, most likely, by the time we get to any of it, so, yeah. Eating takes at least an hour, and then we also have to do slow eating, so it takes longer, our body processes the food, but then if it's too slow, then we just stop, and we get tired, and we're just like, why move our mouths? And then we also don't understand why put clothes on, why shower, why eat, why go to the bathroom, why drink water, or why do you have to do it more than once? You did it once, so you should be able to go years without doing it again, but you have to. Okay, no, I'm hearing sounds, or I'm not hearing sounds, I don't know. Okay, and then this is the reuse pile. Most of them are clean and have at least been washed, and most of them just went through the wash, and then they go here to die, and it's right next to my bed. So on days off, we just reuse all of this. And then my sister was always like, I didn't expect when I gave you these comfortable clothes that's the only thing you'd wear, because she might get a glimpse of me on my days off, and even if I spill something on it, I'll still just continue to wear it and everything, and only if maybe it smelled really bad and Max needed more clothes to put in the washer, or mostly because it got too hot outside or something like that, or we had to wear it to work because we ran out of clothes. Then we'll wear something from this pile, and it's because it snowed and it decides to change how cold it is outside, and so Max can no longer freeze off his legs and just wear shorts like he did all the time, even through winter, and when it snowed out and all of that. Max was then forced to wear pants, and they had to be thicker and everything, so Max wore the clothes, and then Max washed them, because they go to cycle, and then they're overwashed, and then, because then you're like, you don't remember if you washed them or not, so you wash them again. So you clean clothes, and then you have to do it every week, because you have to clean all your work clothes, and then you don't have them any work clothes, so everything's just washed again. So every week, you have new clean clothes, and this shrinks and grows, and some of it gets put away into here. Our two duffel bags, just full of clothes that we could probably and will probably end up getting rid of most of it, because Max just reuses the work pile of clothes, and then the occasional extra pile of clothes, and then that's dress shirts. But we don't see people, and Max doesn't date, and Max lives in his room, so Max doesn't use any of that. But we keep it, and we can't get rid of it because we give hope, and we're like, birthdays and events and Christmas and family dinner, you should look nicer, so you keep it. And one of them's really colorful, so you keep it because it's a pride shirt. And you're like, maybe I could wear it to work. You're like, nope, it'll get destroyed. And the heroes end up naked because the buttons were all ripped off. And then you have sweaters, because that's usually actually what happens, because we have a jacket down here. But then most of the time, we actually wash the jackets, and then we put them up there. The red one finally got washed, because it finally got warmer, so we didn't have to wear the jacket underneath our coat. Oh, let's move to another room, because it's still cold. And we still have to wear the coat to work, because the weather's tricky. And it'll be like, oh, too hot for the coat. But I was like, that's just when you leave it open, or you just carry it with you, because at night, it'll still be too cold. Or the next day, it decides to changed weather, and it'll be freezing, like today. Because the day before, I didn't have to put it on, and maybe even after work, it was, like, optional. And then today, it almost felt too cold, and it felt like I needed my jacket again underneath it. We were like, oh, it's warm enough, so I should only need this thicker jacket, because the weather is still colder. Or that jacket that has a little bit of warmth in it. Or, like, just a jacket, you know, a normal one. But I still need the winter coat. Because it's lying to us. But yeah, one day Max wore it, and that's Max also know. Because Max tested the weather. On a day Max didn't work. And it was too cold to wear. Oh, I should take these really thick pajama pants, basically, that we keep re-wearing. I should put them in this pile. So I basically never wear them again. Yeah, because I wear it here. Re-wear it. Because we're not working in it, we're not sweating most of the time, so I don't have to change. I have to wash, and always wearing. Never wearing, or just switching out because of weather. And then most of the time, if we take one of those out, then Max won't wear any clothes except for his jacket. Max then only wears the jacket, and then or the sweater. And then Max only picks one of them, and then just only does that. Only wears that one item. Because why change? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's the mess. And then it's organized, but it's because it's in different piles, but it's still a mess. And then that has to stay a mess. So I can see it. And then most of that stuff probably just has to be thrown away. Because old pills and old bottles. And then, probably last remaining shot is probably still open. That's why that's there, so we actually do it. Because if I see it, it exists. And then we'll remember eventually, or one day we'll see it. Like now. We're like, oh yeah, that was supposed to do that. But we keep putting it off. But it's out in the present, and the light's on, so we can see it. And the light's kind of coming in from the outdoors, so you can kind of see a tree now. So weird. Weather and light, it's all so weird. My body's so itchy, so random. I'm mostly just scratching out of habit. Making myself another list to do. Okay. May or may not edit this, may or may just turn it in. Yeah, no. It's a mess, and so is this conversation, so. Everything just piles, and then we went out and we bought that. So we at least had a location, and we had places to put the mess. And then inside the doors, it's a mess, but it's hidden. So I don't have to deal with it. And look at my balls. My balls. Yep. Max has plenty of balls right here. It's a giant bag of balls. This is all my stress balls, and then apparently LED thing that we've never used, so it may or may not work, who knows. But it exists. We'll probably just end up keeping the box, because there's pretty colors on it. I don't have false hope and false promises. Okay, this is the station. I have like a scared face or something living in my car. Oh, and then we have the tiny blue one. The blue one that we're like, this is a definition, and this is the stress ball. This one lives right here on the floor. So Max can reach it when he's dying in bed. Besides my stuffed animal that lives there. Lives on the bed, otherwise we won't touch it. And then we have a bunch of pillows that we bought. Because you can never have enough pillows. And then Max has a stuffed animal that's hiding in the closet. It's one of these big bags, or it might be both of them. You can't see it. But I guess apparently I still have a bunch of big bags. And a couple of them that Max, just stuff that Max never emptied out. Max doesn't see the point of, because Max like, when I move, I'll just take them with me. And we found more pillows, so we use that instead of our giant. I think it's a bear. It might be a koala. I don't know. It's something, and it's really big, and it's a stuffed animal. So I can use it as a pillow and a body pillow. Yeah. So, yeah, okay, because... Yeah, but that one lived in our thing for a while, and then we kept having a panic attack, so we're like, this helps. so it's always close by. It's always in the bed. And then we have to panic and freak out because it'll fall in the crack of the bed. But yeah, if it's in location, it's been in the bed, and we can see it, then we'll use it. Just like that little rolly thing, yep. Because we have a bunch on the floor right here, so we can see it, and we'll use it if we leave the bed. And then if we don't, because we probably can't leave the bed. Yes, it's right there. Okay. But, oh yeah, stretchy ones. Okay, so this is the emoji ones I was talking about. I bought a bunch of them, and I usually just kept the one. Oh, this is where it went. Okay, this lights up. And then it has all these. Yep, and then you can do it to each one, and it's clear, and you can spin it. And then I think the fourth one, maybe, it finally turns off, you know? Yeah. And then I have more of these. I let them have a drawer or something. I don't know where I put them. I don't remember. But Max doesn't use them. Oh, and then we have a backup one. I think it might be bigger. One on the floor, one in our hand. Backup one. Because Max will lose them. So we have this ball. Okay, the globe. Because it just looked cool and it has a lot of colors. Okay, it looks cool and it's also a fidget toy. Max is probably just going to use it as a stress ball. Okay, And then we have more of them. Oh, solid colors. Solid colors. More color. Oh, and then, oh, this, oh, I remember. Trans color. That's why we picked it. More color. Oh, solid color. Oh, and then these are, change camera, there you go. These are my monster ones. I only got rid of the ones I didn't like. And then I saved all the other ones. I have 3 eyes. It's more interesting. I think this is a color we didn't see, or we didn't show. This must take them all out, so we covered them all. Okay, we did this. Did this. Did this. Did this. This. Oh, and then apparently there are light up one options, but my sister just bought them for Artistic Boy, and it was too much because Max had color and a fidget. It can also light up, just no, not for me. And it also makes it hard, so Max can't squeeze it. And the softer the better, because Max will step on it. It's just going to happen. So less accidents. Less accidents, the better. Okay, close up so you see them all going into the bag, and then it goes back into the corner where it lives and dies. Until Max probably has another panic attack and lost one of his stress balls. So, backups for all my backups. So I have copious amounts, because Max couldn't really pick a color and couldn't decide. And then we're just doing things we liked. And we were on a shopping spree. I made us happy for a little bit. And then we regretted it instantly for the most part. So, we just wasted a bunch of money. So, oh. And then this thing, so we don't step on it. And because we just need to hide it, because we keep trying to plug it in or something. And we're like, nope, not right now. I have my phone, I can't do this in my phone. And the light is coming from the sun, or non-existent light, because I have blackout curtains. So we have to leave like a crack open, and then they have to be blue and not completely black. Or maybe they are completely black, but we can't tell right now. I don't know what color it is. And it might be the lighting on my phone, because it looks a lot darker. So it's either navy blue or it's black. I don't know, no, fantasize. Okay. But either it's like completely closed, and then there's still somehow light, but for the most part, not really. But you always have to leave it a crack. Or more of it, because you're also, I had my shoes were wet on the inside. That's why they were over here in the wrong section, because this is reused all the time. This is mostly party shoes, and they come undone a lot, so, and they're just heels. So when we're insecure, and we want to be happy and tall, wear those. Other times, we're just too lazy to put on clothes and shoes, so we wear those. And these are the new work shoes, because we have worn out all of our other shoes. And those are just out, those are both out. Those are Project Hose. An old job, we had to wear those. That was required in the box. But then we wore them for 9 months, and they were pretty worn down. And then those weren't really worn, but they need to be rid of, but because things somehow get inside and stab us. And they wear out quickly, and they're just bad shoes. They're just cheaper and better. Like, they're both about the same, and they're both super cheap shoes from Walmart. But these last. Those don't, like, at all. Or you get distracted by how ugly they are. And for the most part, something somehow finds a way inside. Even when you're like, oh, but that's why it's so tall. Yeah, somehow that makes it worse, because the thing is the inside. And you don't know why. Okay, another thing to do that we probably won't. And then that box that's underneath the candle and everything, that's where we put all the memories. That's everything Max couldn't get rid of. And we couldn't put off, and we couldn't hide in our messes. But everything from school and all of that, and then old notebook that had starting the story that we just like spent the entire night just writing one time. And then we finally finished, but we should still edit, because I think we forgot some details. Yeah. So we'll have to go check that. Because, like, I finished. I was finally able to finish a lot of stories, but I just forgot the details. Well, more of I just forgot to add them, or I got upset about them. Yeah, okay, so these are notebooks. Right there these are the remaining notebooks. Okay, notebook, binder, folder, a lot of old memories, a little bit, apparently, just we put in the box where they just no longer fit. Probably because we have a bunch of we just started filling it with the medicine, old medicine bottles. We just started filling it in, and we can get rid of those. Okay, so barely used notebook. More notebook. Another gift. Notebook. They're all used, but like maybe a page or two, or maybe a little bit more than that. This is we were given. This is trauma. This is mental hospital. They gave me a notebook. And this is what Max did. Besides sleeping too much, because Max mostly actually did that. Okay, and then, this is diploma. It didn't fit in the box. And we have a tassel over there. Yeah. This was a hobby. Mostly because Max was just obsessed with drawing their eyes. Yeah. This is a teaching book. Max only wanted to draw the guys anyway, so we ignore most of it. And then, yeah. Books belong to no one. And then drama. And then dragons and aliens, and that's what Max's draw. And then Blink. So 1 page. But Max was supposed to just practice drawing anime and eyes in it, and then that didn't happen. And then, we found one. Okay, mostly just random scraps of paper. And drawings and stuff from old ones that we mostly just taped into here. And then a guidebook, or just a sticker book that belonged to it, and that was in a set. And then I think this is, actually, this bag is an old school project that we had to sew. Yeah, we sewed this. We were accomplished, and we knew what we were doing for a little while. And I could sew. And, the teacher usually had to thread the needle, but we could use the sewing machine. And they had to teach us every day. But yeah, the pretty pen we use on the special notebook. Oh wait, this is a diploma, but the one that looks just like it. That notebook. And now Max has to fix this. Random tape and coloring pencils we don't use, and then we also have coloring pencils somewhere. A bunch of things we think are needed and we might use if we move out. That's what that bag is. This giant bag that was supposed to be used for clothes, but then we were like, I still have a bag that I can use, and I have baskets and stuff. And that we mostly put a lot of our stuffed animals and our excess stuff that was in bags in. Yeah, random colored pencils that are double-edged because they look interesting, and they came with something, probably that notebook. It came with a bunch of tape and colored pencils, and then this is probably what we salvaged from that. We just hoarded. Yep, it's the only thing we saved. The rest of it probably fell out, or we just lost it. Yep. Or we don't like it. And then we probably liked it and re-get it later, but yeah. Okay, now I must put all this back. Yep, there you go, I made another mess. But it's a lot of it's in boxes and bags now, so. It's in locations. I need to fix this. Okay, bye.